Lilliana. I wanted to talk a little bit about, as a couples therapist, how I see some of these relational dynamics, because they may be a little unpopular. I'm certainly not big on soulmates or finding the one or expecting unconditional love. I think a lot of this is the territory of fantasy, romance, and some of it in childhood. Hopefully children get unconditional love, but as adults it's not what I think we can expect. We certainly want trust and we want commitment, but we do not need unconditional love. If you were to go and suddenly gamble away the value of the house, I think that might be a conditional factor in a relationship. So what is healthy adult love? Well, it's a lot more robust, and it's got an awful lot more to do with knowing who you are and taking responsibility for oneself. A word that I use quite a lot is differentiation. This comes particularly from Dr. David Snash, but many other people talk about it, or individualization or individuation. And it's knowing who you are by yourself. We're born alone, we're probably going to die alone. So it's really knowing that, rather than thinking that you can merge or get fused, which is a very, very unhealthy dynamic. So we need to be separate. We need to stand in our own shoes. We need to be able to see each other with enough distance that we are able to know what's us, what's them. And relationship is a roller coaster. There will be some wonderful highs, and there will be some really fast and difficult lows. That's the nature of it and life, and we have to learn to navigate this. And building good relational muscle is partly what relationship does. There's a good quote which says, "Experience is what you get when you don't have it, when you need it." And that's how you get good at relationship, is being in it and doing it and learning from it. And getting some good help along the way often. And there's some very good stuff out there nowadays. There's Esther Perel with her Where Shall We Begin podcast. It's fantastic. There's the School of Life has some very, very good, you've got a whole YouTube video information. There's Susan Winter, Dave Gottman. There's John Gottman. There's many, many people who are producing quality material that helps to explain and talk about relational issues. I can really recommend all of that. And in order to express really what this is, I thought I would read two short poems. One is only part of it. This is a Khalil Gibran poem called On Marriage. And it's just the last bit, but I think it's really apt. He says, "Give your hearts, but not into each other's keeping. For only the hand of life can contain your hearts. And stand together, but not too near together. For the pillars of the temple stand apart, and the oak tree and the cypress grow not in each other's shadow." That's a really lovely way of describing differentiation. And the other one is from Rainer Maria Rilke, the beautiful German writer. And he says, "Once the realization is accepted that even between the closest human beings, infinite distances continue to exist, a wonderful living side by side can grow up if they succeed in loving the distance between them, which makes it possible for each to see the other whole against a wide sky." So that's differentiation, and that's healthy adult relationship.